cash on me, man. Sorry. Yeah, I don't keep cash at all on me. Oh, I've been, let's see, 2015? No, not, I don't know, maybe a little bit. Yeah. All right, have a good one. Alright guys, how's it going? We are, well today I guess the 22nd of August, 11:36 a.m. We are at the Lzzy in Ottawa, Kansas, and I'm on my way to make a delivery to the Walmart distribution center in Harrisonville, Missouri. Harrisonville is about a half-hour-ish drive south of Kansas City. Yeah, back out in this area. Been doing a lot of California to Missouri and back pretty much. Not complaining at all though. It's yeah, nice, kind of a nice round trip route. Yeah, it gets me good miles every week when I'm doing that. So I'm running on recaps. Alright, so as you see on the map there, well, you're gonna be, there's a yellow highway there. I don't know how well you guys can see it. If you're on a big enough screen, probably can see it well. I'll give you a, I guess I'll give you a full-size view briefly, and then I'll switch it back down to my smaller size so it's not taking up so much space on the screen. But yeah, that's the way we're going to be taking over to Harrisonville. The way to get over there, we're going to head north. Going to head north here on highway on I-35. Just a few miles to, I wanted to say it's exit 187. We're off exit 183 right now, or US 59 exit. 187, I believe, is the one for highway. It's going to be Highway 7, if I remember correctly, on the Kansas side, and I want to say Highway 29 on the Missouri side or something like that. I forget. Something along that line, but that's where we're going to be exiting at. We'll head straight across through there. We're going to actually pass right by another Walmart DC not too long after we get onto Highway 7. And then we'll end up in, what's that town called again? I forget. Lewisburg. Yeah, Lewisburg. Went up over there, and yeah, that's on the east end of Kansas. Not too long after that, we'll cross into Missouri. We'll have a couple of turns we're going to make while we're on that highway there to stay on it. I'm going to be running some of it, most of it high speed though. I don't intend to make this video excessively long. We're just gonna be running from here to the Sapp Brothers truck stop right across the street from the Walmart DC today. The load itself doesn't deliver until tonight at 0010, or 10 minutes after midnight. So, and we're less than, I think, yeah, let me double check the distance. We're not even 60 miles if I remember correctly. Yeah, 58 miles from where I'm at now to where the DC is. So, we'll say roughly about an hour total for me, time to get over there. Should be a fair amount less for you, because I do expect that I'll be running most of it on high speed scenic footage mode for you guys. I do intend to have some music included in there as well, so I'll just have to have it. I don't know which song I'll have in there yet, but it's probably, I have a couple of ideas what I want to use. Just gotta make sure I don't get copyright problems where it blocks the video or something before I make it official what song I'm going to play. Alright, I know my buddy Daniel lives right over this way, pretty close, but I didn't get a hold of him yet. I know he's got stuff going on, so I'm anticipating not being able to meet up with him at all regardless, so alright, yeah, otherwise we'll just kind of devote this to just something to talk about. So we got 95-degree weather here. It was 105, or at least I was indicating 105 when I left the parking lot there, or when I was pulling out of my parking spot. Yeah, it's Highway 68. That's what I was thinking. because the next exit is 168, or is Highway 68, and that is the same exit number I had in mind. Exit 187. All right, so, and it just so happened a couple of friends and I were just having a conversation about this same topic just before. I already had it in kind of in my queue of things I wanted to kind of talk about anyway, but just so happens it came up. But I will be talking about APU shutdowns and hot weather. Before I do that, though, I'm sure you guys want to know how things are faring in California, my home area, because I was right in the path of that tropical storm, or was originally in the path of it, but it did a zigzag back over to the west, straight toward LA. Actually, it got over to right where the southern tip of Long Beach is, from what I could see. Right where the water and the land meet up right there, before turning back to the north and going pretty much straight north from there up toward up into Nevada, and it officially got classified as a post-tropical cyclone, which is basically where it's now broken up. But it's it's still going to produce some rain and all that, pretty fair amount of rain in areas, but not so much with the wind, and definitely not well organized. I think it got officially classified that just a little bit west of Tonopah, Nevada. Tonopah is along the US 95. Well, I know one of my friends who used to drive for us. He regularly watches my channel as well. I watch his channel as well. I've got one more four-wheeler, four-wheeler after this truck. Or I guess a little bit more than four wheels. Anyway, my buddy Ryan, he's on his way up to the Sparks area, and I was kind of looking at the routing that he would be apt to take, which would be from Kingman up to, we'll say like Silver Springs, Nevada, via US 95. Or, well, not necessarily Silver Springs. He could end up preferring to go up to Fernley as well, because once you get up past Walker Lake, up there just north of Hawthorne, Nevada, there are actually a couple of different route options you can take up that way. One is regular US 95, and the other one is US 95 alternate. 95 alternate that goes west over to Yerington, and then that's the way I normally go personally. That ends up going up, and then you continue up there to Silver Spring, Nevada, and depending on where I'm trying to get to, I can either continue straight to the north and basically get up on what are you doing, dude? I thought you were turning into the Walmart DC here because of what you're doing there. Alright. Guess you're clearing out that fire hydrant there. Oh. Okay, so he is trying to come to the Walmart DC. He just couldn't figure out where he needed, which driveway to, or where to turn to do it at. Alright, so anyway, yeah, that's the way I tend to go. I don't know if that's the way he's going to go, but either way, I had noticed that there was some flooding up there that had closed off US 95, kind of in between, now I'm brain farting on the name of the town. I stop there a lot. I like to go hiking over there and stuff. Yeah, in between there and Tonopah, though, it was closed. But there was a good alternate route that was available for him to take. So, like, oh yeah, you should be good. Anyway, going back to my area, we did have some pretty good amount of water accumulation, I guess I'll say, in my front, right in front of my house. No problems with my property at all, but because we live right next to a wash, and and we're down by the low end of the street that we live on as well, so that was a bit of a concern to me. But and we did get a fair amount of rain in Victorville, but I know Barstow did not get a hell of a lot. I know, but I know I-40, or actually I-15 in Barstow, got shut down for a while because of the utility pole there getting struck by lightning. A lot of accidents galore there. I have an app I use for CHP incidents, and on a typical day, I might see 4, 5, 6 incidents total on there or something along that line at any given time before something clears out or something new pops up or whatever. It seems like it stays in that area. I go into the Barstow section of my app. It's Cal Road Report. I might show you guys real quick while, I don't know, how about this? So I'm doing less handling of the phone while I'm driving. Maybe when we get over to Sapp Brothers, I'll kind of introduce you guys to that app. It's a really good app for seeing what kind of traffic incidents there are in the area. You see what Caltrans road conditions are and stuff like that. I'll kind of give you a little demo of that there. But yeah, and then as the Palm Springs area on Interstate 10, that also got flooded. As of last night, it was still closed down, but there was a detour that it wasn't ever even a long detour. It was just a lot of traffic on there, making it a nightmare to get through. I saw JCT drivers say that, at least on the westbound side, it's now open though, or at least that's the impression I was given. I did not check that because I'm busy doing my own stuff today. It should be all right there now. Otherwise, yeah, not much of a big deal there. Just more rain than normal, I guess I would say. They didn't really see any more wind than normal either. Which I did do some updates, some screen record updates on my personal Facebook page, as well as a few Facebook groups. So yeah, everything went not so bad there. Alright, so let's get to what I want to talk about here. APU shutting down in hot weather. If you have this problem, do not buy any bullshit that you're at a, let's say, especially if you're pulling a JCT spec trailer. Do not buy any arguments that the exhaust coming off the JCT trailer coming down at your APU is what's causing it. No, I disagree. My Peterbilt had a carrier APU on it. I did not ever have that problem for a while, for a long time. It did end up developing that problem, but there's a reason for it. That was APU related and not the fact that, because the story, I'll give you a little story here on these JCT spec trailers. I'm pulling on a Hirschbach spec trailer right now. It's a JCT badged, but Hirschbach spec. Okay, the bottom of the reefer unit, the cowling, the doors that the reefer unit's on, inside. On the Hirschbach spec trailers, there'll be like a plastic or whatever it is panel down there that kind of, I guess, kind of shields the noise and maybe some of the heat from coming out down that direction. I think it's more of a noise shelter, noise shield or something of a sort, I guess, more than anything else. But, alright, so the JCT spec trailers don't have that cover thing down on the bottom. So you get heat and noise both coming down toward the APU from there. And I've heard a number of drivers say, oh yeah, it shuts down in hot weather because that hot air coming down. And it's like, oh, okay, I can see where you get that theory from. Yeah, so I can't say they're idiots. People who say that are idiots for thinking that. It's just, you know, something what you can see more easily versus what you cannot see so easily. Alright, so here's the problem now with that theory. I'm going to explain it to you. Now, my Peterbilt had a carrier APU. This truck here has a carrier APU. Now, this truck here, I can run it in 110 plus degree weather and it is not going to shut down. Even if I'm running the AC on it in that kind of temps, it'll run all day long. Only problem it'll have is when I start getting up above 105 degree temps, because the outlet on this truck is right there behind my closet thing that It blows right down by my head, basically. And in hot weather, because the BTU rating on the carrier units is only about 12,000, which is basically how many water molecules basically can cool down by a degree in an hour or something. Or I think there's something, I forget the exact terminology of it, but yeah, it's basically how many water units it can cool down in an hour. So 12,000. So let's say it only has I don't know, perhaps 4,000 water units coming into the units per hour. Then at 12,000 rating, then it'll cool you down about 3 degrees for every hour. Yeah, and so on. And then as it gets more arid or less humid, basically, or it's less water to cool off, it can suck in more, basically collect more water and cool it down more quickly. So yeah, when you're higher humidity level, it's not going to effectively cool you down as well as it can in dry heat, for one. But even in dry heat, it can only do so much before it just can't get the job done. This truck, like I said, I could be in 105, 110, 115. I've even been in 120 plus temps with this truck in Lake Havasu City. And I don't normally run the APU at that temp because it's just not effective on the cooling. But my APU will run and not shut down for anything if I run it even in those temps. Alright, so here's the other thing with that whole problem with the idea of the reefer unit causing it to overheat. So, at least on the carrier units, now some of our trucks also have Thermo King units. It's generally the 2020 and so on Kenworth units. And also, I think 2019 Freightliners, I don't even know if we have for offer anymore. But for a while there, they were using Thermo King tri-packs for APUs, but since Hirschbach acquired us, they've pretty much gone back to the carrier units, and now the trucks with the 5000 series truck numbers have the APUs, which is basically like a battery pack system setup. It doesn't even have a diesel motor on it. Alright, but both my Peterbilt and this truck, I can run in hot temps, not have a problem. Now, you do have some problems where it can shut down for high temp, and especially with the carrier units. I don't know about the Thermo Kings. If you go into the APU box over on the, in the fifth wheel area on the passenger side, that's where mine is at, on both the Peterbilt and this truck. You open that top panel, and there will be a sensor that goes into the top of the APU engine there. And there will be like a wire with like a spade type of connector or a blade connector, I guess you would call it, whatever, that hooks up to there, to the top of the sensor. So people will say, oh yeah, sensor's getting exposed. And no, if that's, so the actual sensor, the temperature reading part of that sensor is down inside the engine block. It's not even in a spot where the hot air, like 100 and some odd degree air coming off of the reefer unit, 150, 160 degree air we might call it, I don't know, it might not even be that hot by the time it gets down to the APU compartment. There's not even that, it doesn't even have access to the part that actually senses the temperature, because what that sensor does is it basically reads the temperature of the coolant that goes through the actual, through the perimeter part of the block's interior. So the APU air cannot get to that. It's all coolant there, guys. So if the coolant is getting too hot, what's causing it? Either the sensor itself is bad, which I've seen, or it could be that it's a loose signal on the sensor wire, which I used to always have a problem with on my Pete. Or what ended up being a problem on my Pete was if you go underneath the frame, underneath the truck, in between the sleeper and the trailer, basically, or between the sleeper and the drive tires, go underneath the frame rail there of the truck. On the back side of the APU, there is a fan that blows air, that basically blows air on the radiator. That's for the radiator. The radiator is mounted right on the other side of it. Now on my peak, it would get to where I couldn't even run that thing above maybe 83 degrees Fahrenheit. Ambient temp before it would start. I would only run about 5 minutes or so before shutting off. Well, that's when I ended up figuring out that the real problem there was that fan that's mounted to the radiator on the back of the APU was not spinning. So then I ended up figuring out I could persuade it with a screwdriver. You know, when it's running and it's supposed to be spinning, I could take a flat tip screwdriver, kind of stick it in there, and just try to flick it just enough where it could spin, and it would start spinning. And you know, at first it was I'd have to do that, and it would spin and it would stay spinning, but maybe not as fast as it should be spinning. So the unit would still shut down. And then it got to where even when I tried to persuade it with the screwdriver, it quit spinning. It wouldn't even spin at all. So it was utterly useless. And that's a classic sign of a fan motor losing capacitance, and it can't handle it needs more electricity basically than that it's going to be given by the truck to do its job. Very common thing. It's the same concept of how alternators fail and other brushless motors and stuff like that. So if you have that problem with your APU shutting down, check that out first, guys. Don't blame it on the reefer unit. I can see why some people might blame the reefer unit, but my past experience with my Pete and the current experience I'm having with this truck tell me otherwise. Alright, so, and if it works fine like right now, but at some other point in the future in the same temps it doesn't work, then I know I can't blame it on the reefer unit. It's got to be APU related. So there we go, alright? Get your fans checked out. Yeah, even if they do spin, are they spinning at the right speed, for example? Or is there something else going on with the coolant system on your APU that could be contributing to it if that goes on there? Alright, that's all I got for that part. I'm going to keep this to the point here. We'll go ahead and high speed it. Have some music for you guys. Go ahead and mute the video. Don't forget, I always put chapters in my video description, so if you just want to cut straight ahead to us showing up, you know, just about to get on I-49 over on the other side there, you can always go to the description, or I think on mobile also it'll show chapters right underneath underneath the video or something that you can skip ahead to as well.
confusion and pain, pain, pain. Distant eyes, promises we made were in vain, in vain, in vain. If you must know, I wish you love. You'll never walk alone. Take care, my love. Miss you, love. Someday love will find you. Break those chains that bind you. One night will remind you how we touched and went our separate ways. If he ever hurt you, true love won't desert you. You know I still love you, though we touched and went our separate ways.
Alright guys, we are almost to Interstate 49. We just passed by Brush College Road right now. Now we're just right well, now we're half a mile away from the interchange here. You see it up ahead. Now we're going to be getting on the southbound side here. And it's a very short distance, about I think 2 exits south. Then we're going to go here to get to where the DC is. We're not going to go straight to the DC, but we're going to go to the Sapp Brothers truck stop that is right across the street from the DC. So I'll be able to check in, or basically send my arrival call, whatever, start a break. And I'll actually have a complete 10-hour break, a full 10-hour break complete before I even before it's even time to deliver this load. Alright, I have a yield sign here, but that car waited for us, so that's one thing I don't get about some places. Why would I have a yield sign when they're making a left turn and I'm going right? It doesn't make sense. And then they still have to yield the traffic that's behind me that was going straight across anyway, so I don't know. That's one of those things I just don't understand. Okay, we're going to have a weigh station 2 miles ahead, and right on the other side of the weigh station is where the Sapp Brothers and the Walmart DC will be. Alternatively, this first exit right here is also a Love's truck stop here that we can go to if we so desire. I prefer to be right over there at Sapp Brothers, right across the street from where I need to be, so I can just creep right in or PC in, whatever case Probably PC in just as a matter of convenience. I could creep in, but why do it if I could expedite getting myself out of, getting out of people's way? That's how I'd rather do it. But I guess someone, and that's how we tend to do things at JCT, but since the Hirschbach takeover, I guess someone on the logs department on the Hirschbach side, sounds like they have an issue with us doing that kind of thing. Though, as far as I know, it's legal to do. Because it's not like I'm not advancing the load at that point, I'm already right there. I've already logged all the time advancing the load to where it needs to go to. It's just a matter of, I can't check in at the receiver yet. They won't let me on the property until an hour before my appointment time. So 23:10 tonight is the earliest I can try to check in. And so, it's just as a matter of convenience, getting my truck moved out of people's way more quickly. Yeah. As you heard, I got the bypass signal. There's also a sign here saying it's closed, so good to go here. I got lucky there because this is Blitz Week. They're doing stepped up inspections on brake systems on trucks, but see, this one here is closed. See a hotshot driver sitting right there, so maybe it's just temporary. I don't know. All right, we're gonna get off, get into this exit only lane here. I kind of feel bad for this six-legged critter over here. I don't know what, can't tell if it's a bee or what. I think it's a bee. It could be a wasp also, but I want to say it's a bee. Probably show you guys when we get parked. Well, I can tell, I think he's still alive, but he had a partial splat on my B-pillar, actually on the back part of my door. You got a green, dude. It's okay. But it took him a second to process that he got a green light. Well, to be fair, it did just turn green, and he's probably looking elsewhere before he realized it was green. Alright, I see plenty of parking available over here in the truck lot at Sapp, Sapp Brothers. So we're good. Alright, this is a four-way intersection with a three-way stop. You guys coming off the highway, coming into here, you don't have to stop. Everybody else does. Now the Walmart DC. Not where Andrus is trying to turn into, or where he thinks, I don't know. Well, he kind of looks like he's trying to turn in there. I see a JCT pulling out of the Sapp Brothers lot right now. Or getting rid of back into a spot or something. I don't know what he's doing. He's kind of right out in the middle of the lane now. .4465 Alpha. Uh-oh, watch out. Hope he's paying attention. Oh, he's nosing in. Alright. Yeah, and then got this Coca-Cola driver trying to back in. I thought he was going to try to go by this guy, but we should be good here. I'll go ahead and take this one next to the other JCT. I don't mind walking. It gets me a nice little exercise when I'm going to other places there. I mean, when I maybe want to go into the store or something. The thing I like about this place too is they got really wide parking spots. Got a little bit too much toward the other JCT. Looks like we're good there. What's this guy doing now? He's backing up. I don't know what the hell he's up to now. I mean, he nosed into here for some reason, and I'm really just trying to correct his position? I don't know. I'm just not making any sense. He's obviously not done doing whatever he's trying to do. Alright, now he's got his brakes set. Alright guys, we are ready to go check in. It is 23:15. Got about 55 minutes before my appointment time. Let's double check. Let me let it wait on this guy to go by unless he's wanting my spot. He might be trying to go to Walmart to check in also though. I want to be able to creep though. Yeah, I want to creep over there without being in his way potentially, possibly, and I don't really care if he gets in there first or me, to be honest with you. I just wasn't sure what he had going on there. And yeah, he's making a left turn, so he is going to Walmart. Just trying to avoid going into personal convey status if I don't need to. On the other hand, probably would be better because, yeah, there are other trucks coming in and I'm just going to be a problem for them. Let's see what I mean. This is where it's better to go on personal convey. Forced to move by consignee. Yeah, there's at least 2 trucks coming down. Another third one that just turned in over the fuel island area. Oh, it was Hirschbach. And a Walmart private fleet. I'm sure he's going straight into the Walmart DC. Alright. Yeah, this is see where it gets ridiculous with expecting me to go on duty or drive on duty just to creep literally across the street. But the problem with creeping across the street is other people trying to get where they're trying to get to as well, and yeah, again, it becomes a convenience issue for me as well as get the hell out of other drivers' way also if I don't need to be in their way. Because I am done with a 10-hour break, however, I don't want to be starting my clock. Actually, I'm going to be doing a 34-hour reset here. Well, I haven't decided whether I'll do the full reset here at Sapp Brothers or I might head over to the Lzzy after I'm done here. I haven't decided yet. I might go to Lzzy. I don't know. It's I don't know if good reason to be at both. I don't know. I just yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out, I guess. But alright, we'll just come up here at least kind of expedite not being in other people's way at the very least. Like I mentioned, I've already logged all of my my on-duty, my driving time getting over here earlier, so I shouldn't have to log drive time, in my opinion, literally just going across the street. When I could have been inside their property earlier had they allowed me on their property. That's kind of how we've always done it here, but some of the changes that go on. Alright guys, we are checked in now. Got our dock door assignments. We're docking into door 216. So, should put us not too far away from the shipping office, but not right next to it either. Been a little bit since I've been here. I can't remember actually, now that I think about it, when I was last here. It's probably been several months. I'm gonna have to go through my records when I maybe once I'm in the dock door, I can go through my records and double take a look at when I really was last here. But I'm gonna say it's probably been several months. But yeah, it does make me very curious. I mean, there are certain Walmart DCs that JCT is so well known for servicing. This one, Moberly, you guys have seen me do Moberly twice just in the last few weeks, actually. Pauls Valley, Oklahoma, Ochalata, Oklahoma, Temple, Texas, perhaps to a lesser extent, Terrell, Texas, or Terrell, Texas, whichever way you prefer to pronounce it, doesn't matter. New Caney, Texas, over by Houston. I've only been to New Caney once or twice, but I know we've been going there for a long time. It's just I just never get those loads myself. I think I've had like 2 of those loads myself and only actually made it there for the delivery once. I've done North Platte, Nebraska once or twice, and I know for sure one of those came out of Florida, not out of Colton. What else? What's some of the other ones? So, Toma, Wisconsin, we do a fair amount of. You're the one with the right of way. I was gonna wait for him, but because shag drivers are supposed to have the right of way. Why he's waiting for me, I don't know. He shouldn't be. Alright, so be it. Or I don't know what to do. Unless this guy's doing something else, I don't know. Alright, so here's one thing. I do like what this guy's doing here, but I gotta figure out if my Daughtry is in the same neck of the woods as his, or I think mine's a little further down. So I'm gonna go around him while he's still outside, walking back toward his truck. I believe I'm over here in, somewhere between this Crete trailer and the Sierra England trailer. So let's double check. Yeah, I'm right here. Let me double check. I can go ahead and I can get somewhere. I'll get most of the way back and open my doors once I'm back there a little further. I'm gonna have to open it. I'm gonna have to open them before I get too far back though, because that yellow post over there is gonna block me. Okay, I'm gonna try before I get too far back. So we're docked in. This is a pain in the ass trailer to deal with. That seal safe thing there that covers the seal. Oh, what a pain in the ass to get that thing off there so I can even get to the seal. I couldn't even put my enforcer lock on it the entire way because of the way how difficult it was. And then the door latch, yeah, that keeps it in the latched open position over on the other side. Why did my adaptive cruise and all that stuff decide to not work right now? The hook was so close to the side of the trailer that I couldn't even get the link thing there, the wire loop in there around it. I had to actually pry it apart away from the trailer with my pliers, or my snips actually, to even get the loop through there. Alright, we'll have some more here on the way out. Alright guys, we are already empty here. Let's wait on this other guy. This guy, this is the other JCT driver right here. Remember, he's the same one he parked. He nosed in next to me over at Sapp Brothers earlier. Or actually, he nosed in first, and then I parked next to him, if you guys remember. Alright, so no problems with the load. However, the receiving office ladies kind of punked me a little bit. Alright, so it's only, it's not even 1 a.m. yet. And they call me up saying, and tell me, hey, can you come to the office, please? Normally that's code for there's something wrong with the load and I need to address it. You know, it could be like part of the load had shifted or something along that line. Usually is what I end up finding, or something they're going to reject something for whatever reason. But usually it's a shifted load that they want me to fix or take off the property to get fixed first. And normally if when they're done unloading me, they usually just say, come on, basically come to the office, your bills are ready, or something along that line. Your bills are ready for pickup. But yeah, it was just a quick, come to the office, please, and like, okay, this was kind of fast, and I hadn't even been in the doctor all that long before they're telling me that. So I went in there preparing to be told, yeah, we got a problem here. And they were kind of laughing too about how they were trying to get me in the office, whatever. And but no, yeah, everything's all good here. It was a pull and fax load, so really just unloaded everything, and they were just pretty quick about getting the bills back to the office, and them having it ready for me to pick up. So I would say this went well. Did I miss a turn or something? Why am I... No, it's like, I swear, I don't remember making this many turns to get over to the other side. I don't know why, it just seemed kind of weird. Alright. It's like I knew I was going the right way, but at the same time, like, man, I don't remember making this many turns to get over to where my dock door was. Oh. Alright, now the question is, because they finished me up so damn early, am I going to find a place to park when I get back over to the truck stop? Well, I mean, a good number of those trucks that were over there probably right here in line trying to check in now, or in the dock doors here. So there's a better chance I'm going to find parking, but there's still always that chance that other drivers are coming in from wherever they're at, wherever they're coming, on the way to. Left lane, all other trucks, right lane, Walmart trailers. Okay. So there is that, that natural concern about this time of night. It's kind of iffy if I'm going to find parking. But as much activity as I see coming into the lot, both at during the time that I was coming in and what we're seeing right now, I'd say there's a better chance that it should be all right. All right, so we'll get up here. This guy's already out here to check my trailer. Alright, so we're all done here now. Let's head back over to, I guess, the Sapp Brothers. It's right there anyway. I'm inclined to go park over at Love's, but I don't want to go one exit up only to find out that maybe the lot is full over there or something. Especially when this is conveniently right here. I don't know, I could at some point in time later in the day PC over to Love's or something. But I don't know. I mean, I might be fine with staying over here at Sapp Brothers too. Alright, so like I said earlier, I'm going to be doing a 34-hour reset here. I actually going to be done. The 34 will actually be complete later tonight, because it is early in the morning at 1 a.m. now, and 2300 tonight. about that time is when I'll be done. I've got someone behind me. Is that a car? Yeah. All right. I can see somebody's headlights back there, but that was about it. All right. Yeah. So it looks like the spots that I and the other people had already left, already occupied by other people now. We can come over here anyway and give it a try. If not, I mean, if there's no parking here, then yeah, we'll probably go ahead and just go to Lzzy and hang out and wait for the spot to open. Like I said, I don't really care how long it takes. Yeah, these hours, especially with trucks going in to make their deliveries. So there's a spot right there. All right, that'll work. Never mind. This how it works out. Get the trailer in that direction a little bit more quickly. All right, there we go. We'll clear that curb over there. Perfect spot. Nobody can possibly blindside into me now. Everybody hit me up with their blindside or whatever you want to call it. And dumpster right there next to my truck. So if I at some point if I got trash I want to get rid of, easy. All right, so yeah, I don't know what I'll be doing next, but we do know for sure I'm here until at least tonight at 2300 when I get a 34-hour reset complete. As it is right now, I have 7 hours and 16 minutes left on my 70-hour clock right now, and I get 4 plus something back tonight. Or no, actually 6:36 back tonight, I guess. So I'm a little bit confused on it. I thought I just got okay, never mind. See, I still have to get used to this cycle recap thing, the way it's set up on here. It's different from what I'm used to on the Qualcomm. So. And I even when I was trying to help my buddy David, with his recap situation the other day, recently on the load, he's actually on his way to go deliver now. I think I put the dates, what hours were coming on what dates wrong for the same reason that I'm doing with my own hours here. Because I just got recaps back an hour ago. And that was a little over 4 hours, I think, or something along that line. So I have 7:16 back to work with today. Not enough. Hardly worth even running it. Well, I mean, I don't know. I can run a decent shift that amount, but 6 hours and 36 minutes back tonight. Yeah, actually, it's still not bad, but I can't run a full shift at that rate. I might be limited on what loads are, what options I have as far as picking up a load and getting it down the road and delivered on time without somebody else's help. So, and planners might have enough trucks or whatever, who knows. So they had already told me to go ahead and plan on a 34-hour reset anyway. So, but I did leave the option, hey, if you guys want help with something, I can cover it. Just whatever it needs to be. I don't really care if I run on recaps or do a 34, but yeah, 34 was already determined to be the best way forward by my DM and the planner, so that'll be the plan. Probably be picking up, if I had to guess, in Olathe again, because it's only about a 50-mile drive, I think, from here to Olathe. To get to Olathe, really just the same exact way we came from Ottawa over to here, going that same direction, but now, you guys might have seen me hit a couple of interchanges on the way over here from Ottawa while we were going across Highway 68. First one would have been US 169. The second one would have been US 69. And then I had that other interchange where right after I crossed into Missouri, yeah, after you get across the railroad tracks, there's that left turn. That would be, it's that County Road D or whatever it was. Yeah, if you take D, that actually comes up over to where the Flying J in Peculiar, Missouri is at. Yeah, I've been that way too, by the way. And that's, yeah, so 169. That first interchange I hit on the way over here on this video, if you go north on that road there, that takes you straight up to where 159th Street, where the Trans Am terminal is at. Make the left turn there, and then right there is the Tyson plant or facility in Olathe. So if I were a betting man, I'd say I'll be going there for reload, but you never know. It could be somewhere else. I've had some other interesting pickups here in the region over the last several months. So I don't know. We'll see what kind of maybe there'll be some surprises. Maybe it'll be another Olathe pickup. All right. That said, I'm gonna let y'all go, and thanks for hanging out watching. I have some something new for you guys some point after whenever I have something new for you guys. All right. Have a good day. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.